Hey, what's going on? Great morning. Dr. Sean J. Harris here with Generational Wealth Academy. Hey, listen, what I want to talk to you about, the title of this talk this morning will be, I am typically what most people's parents taught them to be the opposite of. Many of you guys know me, know that I'm a C student, born CEO. And one of the key things about being successful is many times either you're not popular or many times you're not liked. That's a reality. So what I often find is sometimes people say that you have haters and stuff like that. And, granted, that could be true. But it's not necessarily that people may hate you or dislike you. But many times it's just that they may not like the idea of you succeeding because you're doing something totally opposite from what they were brought up to believe. I know I am diametrically opposed to what most of your parents may have taught you. Go to school, get good grades, go get a great job, work a job for 40 years. I just chose not to subscribe to the 40-40 plan, which is working 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on 40% of what I already couldn't live on in the first place. So many times people look at me and see that I live the lifestyle that I live, my family and I, and it's not what they were taught. I went to school, I got average grades, got by. I could pull an A whenever I wanted to. Many of you guys who know my background know I have a background in aerospace propulsion, aeronautics, in the United States Air Force. So that lets you know that at any time I can pull an A. I'm extremely intelligent. However, there's three types of education. You have what's called a academic or scholastic education. That's where we learn how to read, write, arithmetics, all that cool stuff. This is designed for us to exchange our time for money, i.e. get a job. Second type of education is called a professional education. Professional education is where we started kind of honing in on our skill set more specifically. If we're going to be an engineer, a doctor, a biophysicist, or a chemist or something like that, typically we have to get continuing education. So that's designed to put us in positions where we're typically self-employed or working higher end jobs, maybe as a C-suite exec or even a CEO. But this still requires our time in exchange for money. Now, the third type of education that we're not taught in the school system is what's called a financial education. This is where we start learning the fundamentals of moving money, how money works, how to leverage, how to invest effectively. So these are the things, this is the type of education. We're not taught this in school. So I took it upon myself to self-educate myself, to get proper mentorship and coaching, to get into different rooms and environments and conferences where I could increase my financial literacy. Guys, I've read over 1,500 books, and I've read these books multiple times. So I don't just read a book one time, oftentimes, particularly if it has great value add. So I've been able to buy and earn my time and money freedoms so that I don't have to exchange time for money any longer, because I now have my life operating on systems. So many times I see a lot of professionals, they kind of give me the side eye, people with multiple degrees, and they wonder, how are you living the lifestyle you live? How do you come to a meeting where we're all in suit and ties and you come in with a t-shirt and ball cap and jeans? Well, when you own your own life and you don't have to answer to anyone, you can kind of do what you want to do. So many times people frown upon that, but it's all about freedom. That should be your whole purpose, is to earn and capture your freedom. So I've done that by, you guys hear me say the same things over and over. It doesn't change. See, secrets to success, clues to success, they don't change. I changed what I read, changed who I associated with, and I changed how I use my time. So with that said, I often see a lot of professionals, other doctorates that look at me and like, how do you live that way? But we have to have a paradigm shift if you want to have a shift in every other area of your life, whether it's finances, whether it's relationships, or whether it's just your views of success. What does success mean to you? What does wealth mean to you? What does financial freedom mean to you? What does generational wealth mean to you? So I'm going to implore that you look at some different options. Consider a shift in your thinking as the way you may raise your children or your grandchildren, is to let me share my philosophy. This is how we raise our children. We teach them, go to school, get okay grades, and go build business systems. That's how you earn your time and money freedom. And when you do that, now you're in a position where you can now help drive and thrive the economy, because you're providing jobs for people. You're providing examples and influence for people who can now go and develop their own businesses as well. So as you move forward, take a look at people who are operating in an unorthodox manner or a way that may not be so familiar to you, and really examine and study. Study what they do, how they move. I move quite differently than the person with the 9-to-5 mentality. I have my time freedom. I wake up when I want to, go to sleep when I want to. I do what I want to, when I want to, for however long I want to, with whomever I want to with. So if that's some of the things that's important to you, to be able to have family time, to be able to have your time and money freedoms, let's connect. You can reach me at growfamilylegacy.com. Let's set up a strategy call and start mapping out a blueprint for your possible successes. All right, guys, I'm Dr. Harris. Make impact and make money while you're doing it.